more wonderful introduction into the holiday season. Thanksgiving is coming up. Christmas is coming up even sooner. As soon as Thanksgiving is over, Christmas is going to be here like that. That's why I got the tree up. As you guys can see, I've been trying to get into the holiday spirit. Yes. I've really been trying to just do a lot more things around the house. Just to get myself in the spirit, get myself feeling a lot more cheery, right? Because I want to look around and just be able to grab some dopamine from the things that are in my house that I have. Because if they weren't out there, be in boxes. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. A lot of stuff I just put to the side and I don't. Wow, spirit is triggering me. So while I'm talking about compartmentalizing, actually, I came on here today to talk about shadow work. I came on here to talk about dark work. I feel like we definitely went through a period and are still going through a period where we are doing a lot of dark work. Um, I wanted to be clear, like, let's be clear. I did not make this YouTube page so that I could come on here and, you know, talk to y'all about how fucking smart I am. That's not why I made this page. I didn't come on this page to come on here and just, you know, like, I don't know. So basically what I'm trying to say is right now I'm not really in a position to give all too much. I just want to come and talk to y'all about this dark work that I know that y'all are doing because I'm doing it. And whoever is watching this, I believe that, you know, we mirror each other because that's just how the universe works. Um, yeah, I just wanted to take a minute and just acknowledge the fact that I feel like a lot of us have been being so strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, we asked for a lot of things. We petitioned divine for a lot of things. We asked God, we said, this is what I want. This is what I want. Right? We waited. We were patient. And now I feel like, you know, a lot of what we want is coming, but it's not necessarily coming in the way that we want it to. I feel like that is the energy for a lot of the people that I'm around. And also just a lot of the energy from the readings that I've been seeing. Also the energy of the astrology charts. We just moved out of Taurus energy, where we were focusing on ourselves. And also Aries energy, where we were focused on me. Right? Ourselves, me. How can I make me feel good? What else can I do to make me feel good? We were getting rid of everything that didn't fit into the equation. But now some of the things that we asked for, God is giving it to us, but we looking at it like it's not giving what it's supposed to give. But God is looking at us and saying, is this not enough? Is it not enough? And I'm gonna be honest, for me it's triggering. For me it's really, really triggering. So like, one thing lately for me that I've been working on is just like self-worth, right? I was watching one of the readers that I connect to, and she was talking about how she does self-care, but then she realized that it's all transactional. And when she said that, my jaw literally dropped to the floor. Because I really had to sit and I had to think about that. And I had to think, like, how can self-care be transactional? But then I think about, you know, how I do myself. So, like, granted, I'm on my period right now. My period came a week earlier. A week early. And a week earlier than I expected it. And you know, usually when my period comes early, I'm like, okay, you know, the universe is cursing me. Or, you know, I'm playing. I know the universe isn't cursing me, obviously, clearly. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, basically, it's just it's an irritant. Muy irritante, okay? It makes me muy irritante. Like, why is my period coming early? And I always looked at it as like, okay, this part in the month, it may or may not be debilitating, and that's just what it is. I have to accept it. I have to accept this pain. I have to accept, you know what I'm saying, this nausea. I have to accept not being able to eat as much because I'm in pain and because I'm nauseous. So therefore I'm losing weight. So I have to accept the fact that, you know, even though throughout the month I'm striving to build my weight, every month when I get my period, I have to know that I'm going to lose weight. That's fucking triggering. Well, it was. Until I sat and realized my period came early this month because I was not doing no fucking self care for real. God literally had to tell me a song. I saw on the back of a car on the license plate, it said eat. I don't even remember what the fucking number said, but it said very clearly eat. Those were the only letters. EAT, eat. I said, not you in my business. But you know what I'm saying? It's the mirror. And then I'm gonna just be honest, because in a lot of my relationships it kind of mirrored the same thing, because I'll just I was in a couple relationships where, you know, I felt like my partner was denying me this, or my partner was denying me that. For instance, like my partner, let's talk about like food. My partner was denying, they didn't want to cook, or they didn't want to buy me, you know, food or whatever. Okay, how many times does my body tell me that I need to eat and I say no, I need to go to sleep, or no, I need to smoke? Cause we're being honest, right? I heard somebody say it's not weed, it's our relationship with weed. It's not even, I don't even necessarily think it's our relationship with weed. It's the way that we delegate our relationship with weed. We don't delegate it the right way. We just kind of let it run fucking free. Overindulgence. Why? Because it numbs out the emotional body. Honestly, too, though, I'll be honest. For a lot of us, it was very necessary for one point in our life. But of course, as you evolve, you have to also evolve your relationship with the things that helped you to cope. You have to. You have to. It's a part of the evolution. And it's necessary to advance into the next level. Because some things you can't take. You can't take the coping mechanisms from something that broke you down here. You can't take it up here because you don't need it. It's not even that you can't take it, but it's like, why would you want that to be taking up space? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to be focused on this when you have all of that? You don't even know what this is. So why are you still carrying this? So that's how I think about that now. Oh, guys, I'm triggered. I'm really triggered. I'm really triggered. I really don't want to just, you know, run my mouth all night. But I really did want to touch on the fact that a lot of times, you know, when we start thinking that this person is against me and this person is doing this and this person is doing that. And granted, they very well might be doing that. And they very well might feel that way. But this is what God has really been laying on me. Like, yes, you can focus on that reality of the situation, okay? Emphasis on that reality, because that is one reality that you are experiencing in this physical and emotional meat too. That is the reality that you're experiencing. However, what are you experiencing in the 4D? What's the lesson in the 5D? What's the lesson when you move out of this body mentally, right? What can you take from this that's going to help you to elevate, and then leave all that other shit down there. Okay, and move on. As my nana say, shake the dust off your feet and keep it moving. And she say it just like that. Shake the dust off your feet and keep it moving. I'll be like, I know that's right, Nana. But seriously, y'all, our biggest ops, and I was thinking about this. I was literally just talking to my coworker. I was just talking to my coworker about this. Our biggest ops, my biggest ops, mirror me. That be the part of that is the part of shadow work that people don't want to do because it's fucking disgusting. It's fucking hurtful. It's sickening. It's fucking sick. When I think about the people that hurt me the most in my life and how a part of my shadow, a piece of me, a part of me was just like them. And fuck attraction, because we not even talking about relationships or romantic situationships, not even talking about that. Just universal gravitational pull, universal attraction. The universe said you are alike. I wish I had a dun dun. I need an organ so I could just dun dun. Okay? I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest, y'all. I made this page so that I can not be alone on my spiritual journey, and so that I cannot feel like I have to hold back. You know what I'm saying? So that we can be completely authentic, because that's the only way that we can get through this shit, is by being authentic. So here we go. If I offend anybody, you have to excuse me. This is just my truth. This is my truth. This is how I evolved. If I didn't stand in this, in the principles that I have for the last, I'll say loosely 2 years, 3 years, 2 years. If I didn't stand in these principles, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't know as much as I do about myself. I wouldn't have even allowed myself to get that far because I was fucking scared. I was terrified. I was terrified, and I thought that I was weak. And I also thought I was a martyr. When I was a kid, and my parents used to take me to church, and I used to see people go up to the altar line, I used to pray under my breath after I saw and observed the church and the church people. I used to watch them go to the altar line, and I would pray under my breath, Lord, thank you that they're better than me. I pray that they do better than me, because I can't do it. I'm almost falling out of my chair. But really, honestly, like, what kind of prayer is that for a 7-8-year-old to be praying though? But I knew that where I was at, it didn't fit. I wasn't standing in my authenticity. I couldn't, because I was a child. You know what I'm saying? So I am who I am because of what I've been doing. So the only difference now is that I'm making an agreement through this YouTube page and with my divine spirit team. I'm making an agreement for as long as I can, and as long as I'm allowed to be open and honest and transparent and authentic, so that, you know what I'm saying, we can all evolve together and be happy and be joyful and be peaceful. and just be blissful and just fly like this and evolve. That's what I want. That's what I want. But anyways, what I was gonna say was one piece of shadow work that I did in the past week or like 2 weeks, because I think I did this like last week maybe, in the beginning of last week. I actually wrote down a list of the similarities between me and my dad. Anybody that's ever known me in my childhood would know I would, if you tried to compare me and my dad, I might throw up on your shoes. Like, I was very much like, don't mention it, don't talk about it. Off limits, avoid, abort, please do not. Cannot, will not, shut down, F you. Like, like, I was just very much not for it. So that was a big thing for me. You know what I'm saying? To actually be like, okay, granted, this man's blood runs through my veins. However, our relationship is right now, I understand the lesson. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not a child anymore. And I'm also not in it. It's different when you're in it. And I wanted to talk about this too, because it's different. It's very, very, very different when you're in it. I feel like it's almost impossible to heal in the place that you were suffering and that you were getting sick. You can't do that. You do have to remove yourself from the situation. You have to. I think that is imperative. That might be the most vital. That might be the most vital part. Or otherwise, if you doing shadow work and then your shadow is always getting triggered, and then you always in some shit where your shadow me getting activated and getting turned up, and it's like, what is that? That's chaos. That's toxicity. That's a mess. That's a mess. That's what we don't want. We don't want to just rile up the shadow, and it's not about all of the rah-rah. It's really not. It feel good to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, when you turn down, I don't be feeling good. Beep beep. And so I know y'all don't be feeling good. I know it. I'm talking about y'all after the adrenaline comes down. When you laying in your bed and it's time to go to sleep. And your mind is still kind of chaotic. And you thinking like, was that shit even fucking worth it? What's coming next? Am I gonna have to turn up harder? Now you gotta rile yourself up with more devil energy. Like, that's chaotic. And I can say that because I've been there. So I know it's not fun. Like, it wasn't fun for me. I don't like being in that nasty, toxic, like, devil energy. I don't like having to turn up my shadow. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. Because I feel like that just, I was gonna say it gives you more to heal, but honestly, does it? If you're choosing to stay in a toxic situation, I think it does. But of course, sometimes we have to go through things. So we have. It's a matter of learning how to navigate within the darkness. I should cut the light off. I want to cut the light off and grab my galaxy light, because why am I talking about the darkness and the light? Like, wait a minute, y'all. We about to get in the dark. We get in the dark. Now we talking about the dark side. Hey, come on, bass. I know y'all can't really see me, but granted, like, y'all don't really need to see me like that. It is what it is. Hello, it's me. I was wondering. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done, guys. I'm done. Okay, but anyways, I honestly forgot. I forgot what where we left off, what we were talking about. But I know for sure we were talking about how our ops, our biggest ops, definitely mirror us. The people that we think, you know, like, why can't you just do this for me? But can you do it for you? That exact thing that you're asking that person for, do you do that for you? And a lot of times the answer is no. I'll be honest. A lot of times we be wanting somebody to take care of us. We be like, I just want somebody to just take care of me. I just want somebody to take care of me for once. But do you take care of you? Do you for real? Like, be for real. That's what my guide has been telling me a lot. Like, be for real. Be for real. Do you take care of you? Yeah, y'all. I really just want to, you know, I really just want to take this time out to just acknowledge the fact that, like, there is nothing wrong with dark work. You know what I'm saying? I think we started to associate, like, the word dark with bad. Dark does not mean bad. Dark is just the opposite of light. But you need darkness in order to have light. Just like you need light in order to understand what darkness is. You need both. It's polarity. They're polar opposites. You need both. We need to be comfortable in our dark work, just as comfortable in our dark work as we are doing all of this light work. We saying inner light work, yes, that's awesome. We do light magic, that's awesome. We seeing light symbols. I didn't even really know or understand really too much. I still really don't, honestly, but I be seeing it on Instagram. I saw, like, you know, one of my favorite celebrities, Janae Aiko, she had a great one, actually. I understood that one. That one I understood. I didn't understand the symbolism, but that's not for me to understand. That code wasn't given to me. You know what I'm saying? But we focus so much on like this, like that, like that, and it's almost like to our shadow self, we be like, yeah, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Look at the candle. And that pisses our shadow off, bro. Cause you can't tell a part of yourself, fuck you. You're not important. You need to shut up. You're too this, you're too that. We need to start thinking about, like, sheesh, I'm talking to myself like this. You know what I'm saying? That's why we be having so much war within ourselves. And as much as we try to act like it's not there, it's non-existent, the more we act like that and start to build this false security, this false confidence around a false reality that a part of us we know is false. But because things are looking good, you know, we gonna ignore it. We gonna compartmentalize it. Just like how in the beginning I was talking about having my stuff in boxes. We gonna put it in a box. Because right now this looks pretty. So, right, I'm going to just take this and I'm going to just put it in a box. But the universe is always like, well, no. We got something else that's supposed to go in that closet. So if you don't remove that fucking box, We're gonna expel it. We are going to expel it. And a reader would call that a fucking tower moment. A tower moment. The tower card shows, yes, it does show destruction of anything that's not stable and anything that's not solid. But that's something that honestly you should want. It might not feel good in certain situations and for certain people. It does make us really sad. It makes me really sad. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I lost the connection that I thought I had to one of my soul family members. But honestly, I never lost the connection. That's not what was lost. What was lost was the fake conception of what I thought it was. Not what it actually was. I never lost what it actually was. Because what it actually was, I been knew it. I been knew what it actually was. For years. And there were times when I came to accept it. And then I called myself forgiving, but I wasn't really forgiving. I just fell back into a cycle of people pleasing. And then I would say, okay, nope, I don't like it. I'm taking my energy back. Boom, I'm moving on. And then I would go back. And so finally, God just got me to a point where he had to show me in a dream, like, you are going to fucking kill yourself. Not like that, but like, you're like, what are you doing? Look at everything that I gave you. Is that not enough? Is it not enough? Is it not enough? And I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, because sometimes now I'm not talking as, remember y'all, I'm not talking as a reader tonight. I'm just talking as a person. I'm coming to y'all. I'm damn near not even B legend. I'm not even, I'm just B. This is just B. This is Nia. This is, okay? This is just me talking. Actually, this is not even, this, I don't even know. I don't even fucking know, okay? This is just authentic. This is all of us. That's who it is. It's us. It's all of us coming to the forefront. My fucking shadow, my higher self, B, is Nia, is everybody. We're all out on the table. Like this. Waving the fucking white flag. Waving the white flag, okay? This video is honestly just about my mask coming off, because I want to be honest with you guys. I don't want you guys to think like, I'm coming up here doing these readings, just trying to act so perfect and, like, no. Readers can only read the energy that they are a part of, or that they have once experienced. So it's a mirror. That is my belief so far. That's what I've gotten from this. And I've been a part of the community for, I would say, the better part of a year and a half. Almost 2 years now. All readers, almost all readers, I'm talking about like tarot readers. Oracle, I feel like it's a little bit different. And I feel like, of course, when you get into actual Ifa divinations, that is very different. Very, very different. But as far as tarot, reading the tarot, I feel like you can only read to the extent of, like, what you're in. When you do collective readings, more than likely, your ass is in the fucking collective. You might not be in the collective at this instant. It might be, in a couple weeks or in a month. So you might be skipping through daffodils and daisies now, but, like, in a month, all right. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, that's how the universe works, right? The universe wouldn't have me watching a reader that's totally different than me. Because that's not the law of correspondence. It's not the law of attraction. I'm going to be attracted to the people that are like me. When they talk, I hear me. Or I hear a me that I haven't tapped into. That's probably why I'm listening to you. Or that I'm currently tapping into. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, guys. This is sticky, icky stuff. But I'm gonna be honest, I do feel a lot better. I'm glad that, I got a chance to come and chop it up. I hope this wasn't too long. But I did want to let you guys know, like, you can't get to the level that you really want until you get comfortable in this dark work. It's not bad. It don't make you a bad witch. It don't make you a black witch. It don't make you a demon. It don't make you none of that bullshit. Don't listen to none of that bullshit that people are saying. They don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking about, and they're just talking out of their ass. The lesson from that is they're literally talking from their own perspective. So if they don't even have the same perception and perspective that you have of the things that you're doing, because you know why you're doing it, then the lesson there is, okay, this person is not in my best alignment right now. If they gonna, say stuff that is throwing me off of my path, they're not for my best alignment right now. Period. Period. It be the ones that's closest to us. That's the hardest. But we got this, y'all. We got this at the end of the day. I don't think it stops being hard. A lot of times I don't want to say stuff because I'm like, dang, I am only 23. Like, I really don't think it stops being hard. But I think it stops being as hard. You know what I'm saying? As you keep going. And eventually we will build a community. I do think everybody has a community out there. I don't think, people were meant to be alone. I don't think we were sent to be alone. I don't think that's good for us. And I'm not talking about no fucking demonic ass relationship. That's not what I'm talking about. Because that's half the reason. I think that is most of the reason why a lot of us are doing so much fucking dark work is because of sex magic, which is a conversation all on its own, honestly and truly. Matter of fact, I might even, do I even have the energy to, like, I have to make a whole separate video about that. That is a video that's going to trigger your edges off. Your edges are going to be snatched. They're going to be snatch the edges off, snatch the edges off, snatch the it's giving. Y'all not gonna have no edges. But honestly, I can only give information and give it to y'all how it's given to me. And let me just say, I feel like to a certain extent, like my whole energy has changed, bro. I was never this serious. I was never really this serious. But at the same time, that was very necessary. It was a very necessary change, and it's not even a seriousness. It's just I'm just a lot more intentional now. I'm not people pleasing. So if it's not funny, I'm not gonna laugh. My best friend actually called me out for that before. Like, I actually had developed laughing as kind of a people pleasing coping mechanism. Some weird ass fucking shit, bro. It's weird, but it's like I was doing it because I was so used to. Granted, And it's a mirror in so many different relationships. But I was used to people um, getting offended at either me not saying anything to what they said, or saying the wrong, speaking my mind, so saying the wrong thing. So to combat any like anything, I would just be like or just a little quick one too, like mindlessly. But it got to the point where I would be doing it like before I thought. And it was one time where me and my best friend, we were on the phone, and it was a very inappropriate time to laugh. And it wasn't even a laugh, it was just a mindless response. It was clearly a laugh in what I did, but the laugh was out of a mindless thought and a habit of people pleasing. So yeah, guys, there it's a lot. It's a lot. Like it really does go deep. But know that you're not alone. Like, you guys can always reach out to me on my DMs on Instagram at BeLegendBotanica. Feel free to comment below and let me know what you guys think. What dark work have you been working on? What shadow work have you been doing? What's really been, like pulling at you? What cycles are you really trying to break? And I really feel like Sagittarius season is coming in with a lot of just like relaxation energy. Like we've been going through the trenches. We've been going through the trenches, y'all. We was beesing in the trap. All right. We was in the trap. Okay. And now it's time to move into our estates. Listen, take that metaphor very lightly. But guys, basically what I'm trying to say is Sagittarius is bringing a whole brand new energy, like a whole brand new energy, and it's letting us choose. It's letting us choose, what do you want? Okay, let's build it. Let's do it. You want to do this? You want to go here? Bet. Also, something that I really been feeling too. I've been feeling like now is a really good energy to just really sit and reorganize. Like, if you want to reorganize something, like a personal venture or a business, or if you want to reorganize something, now is the perfect time to take that pause, reorganize it, so that later on in the year or going into the new year, it'll be more catered towards what you need now. Because a lot of times I feel like, we build things according to what we need in the moment, and we're not necessarily thinking about what we may need in the future, or what's, anything about the future. Really, honestly, like, at least I don't. Like, it's kind of difficult because I don't even know what to expect from the future. So how am I supposed to build according to the future when all I can see is right now? So now is the perfect time. We did good. We did amazing. We did great work. We did great work. I feel like for everybody that is a part of my community, excuse me guys, we did great work this year. We did great fucking work this year. We were some fucking warriors. We went through shit that people were telling us that we weren't gonna make it out of. What? A lot of us went through near death situations. Like, let's be honest, a lot of us broke toxic cycles that our mamas, grandmas, grandpappies, great grandmas couldn't break. Or it's not that they couldn't break, but it's, y'all know how this go. Of course, I'm not saying that to offend anybody. You know what I'm saying? Every generation has played their role. Every person plays their role, and they do what they're supposed to do for their lifetime. But I feel like for our generation, and for more specifically for the people that I talk to, the legends, because y'all are legends. Y'all are legends. We are doing legendary work. We are very legendarily breaking these cycles and breaking these generational curses. We're wiping out all the archaic trash because a lot of it was giving trash, and we're bringing in the new. So, with that, whatever you have built thus far this year, take some time, recuperate, regroup, reorganize, figure out if you want to make some changes. Do you want to? So I'll talk about like my business. I have been thinking about going a lot harder for, not for the Botanica, but I'm also a tutor. I've been thinking about, since I tutor all day during the day, I was thinking about, taking a pause on tutoring after school so that I can have a break, because I need to focus on eating dinner. And that's really difficult when I'm working 9 to 9 most days, and my only off day was Saturday because I worked pretty much the whole day on Sunday as well. So, give yourself a break, reorganize, think about what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to change up something in your business, Spirit is like, okay, we got you. What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Spirit, Sagittarius is like, what you want to do? All right, let's figure out how we gonna do it. Let's do it. Like, let's do it. That sounds great. Let's do it. Okay? So don't be scared. Don't be nervous. Just plan. Okay? Plan. What is that? What's that phrase that they say? If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. If you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. So get a plan, right? I would set 6 days. 6 has been my number lately. So I would say for the next 6 days, write it out before you even start, right? Don't wait till day one, like, yep, I'm going to do day by day. No, because then you're going to stop. Because that's how I do. Write out all 6 days. Prepare it. Just like teachers, we write our lesson plans. Write your plan. Your lesson plan day by day. It don't have to be too much. It can just be one question and one task. One question to think about and one task. Boom. By the 6th day, you straight. you got your plan. You know what you want to do. You know how you want to move. This can also be taken. I really was thinking like that can also be applied to shadow work. That's an easy way to digest, shadow work. An easy 6 days. So be honest about what is the number one issue that you're dealing with right now. What is the one thing that's on your brain, in your head before you go to sleep? What are you thinking about? You know what I'm saying? When you in the car for those extra 30, 45 minutes before you can go in the house, what are you thinking about? When you drive into work and your phone died and the radio is been playing commercials for 8 minutes and you got mad so you cut the radio off. What are you thinking about? Is it good thoughts? My candle just popped. And if it's not good thoughts, then you need to dissect it. Why am I thinking this? Where did this come from? What's the root? What was the situation? What's the lesson in the situation? And really digest it. I'll be honest, for some things, it's going to take more than 6 days. Straight up. Straight up. If you were going through something for 6 years, you're not gonna be able to digest it in 6 days. That's not possible. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. But you can get somewhere in 6 days. You can get farther in 6 days doing that than you would have being in your head and not getting it down on paper. That's transmutation. That's one of the easiest forms of transmutation. To transmute the energy. Get it out of your head. Get the shit. Get your shit. Get your shit. But no, but no, seriously, guys, like you don't want all of that trash. You don't want a whole bunch of trash going on in your head. You want to get rid, not even get rid of it, but you want to understand why it's there. What is it trying to tell you? What is it trying to tell you? And then you have to listen, or it's gonna come back. It's not. It's not gonna go away. Then the thought might transmute and tag your inner child. Now they tag teaming you. Okay. And then you still ignoring them. Your inner child cutting up. Now they done tagged your masculine energy. And now your toxic masculine, your inner child and your shadow is jumping and beating your ass. That's not no. That's why we want to digest the energy, guys. Because you have to know that when you ignore it, you're ignoring yourself. And all that's really doing is just creating another wound that you have to heal from. You, you, you have to heal from. And that's why I feel like it's useless a lot of times when we be like, well, he just not doing that. He just not doing this. He not listening to me. He not doing this and he not doing that. And it's kind of useless because the whole time it's so much shit that I can list that I'm not doing for myself. So is that really fair? Like, is that really fair, or am I being completely manipulative and completely greedy and a complete narcissist? Completely fucking selfish. Let's talk about the mirror between us and our biggest ops. I don't know why this just popped into my head, but the way that we talk to ourselves when we didn't get that job, or when we didn't get that opportunity, when we didn't get that spot, when we didn't get the man that we thought should choose us. Or when it's like we got him, but we only got him 50%. Because the other 50%, we know he was somebody else. Or we thinking he was somebody else. Or now we don't even have him 50%, we have him 25%. But in our head, we done, digested it and said, well, that's okay because I don't even need him to be here 25%. I only need him to be here 25% because he irritated anyway and I need my own space and I need this and I need that and da 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 da. But does that give you joy? Is that fulfilling? Are you satisfied with that? This is the dark work that we have to do, right? And at the same time, we have to understand that that's literally mirroring the things that we do for the things, the way that we settle the way that we settle within ourselves. No, I'm not gonna eat right now because I know I just gotta keep working. I don't feel like cooking right now. I know I need to eat, but I really don't feel like cooking right now, so I'm just about to just not do that. Yeah, I know I need to work out, but I really want to watch this last episode of Zeus. Yeah, I know I need to catch up on my work and my studies and stuff, but my friend, I really need to call and tell her about, all of these men because I just can't with them. Distracting, deflecting. I know y'all see this candle going crazy. It's the dark work that we avoid. It's the ways that we, settle and distract ourselves so that we can settle and say that it's not settling. I was just tired. Or when we really